All right, it's been a while, I know, but I haven't felt like doing a video, and if I don't feel like doing a video, it's not going to be a good video. So I was waiting until I was in the mood, and I'm semi in the mood today, so we're going to do one. I know, welcome. If you're new here, I normally post me making a cheesecake, showing you what goes in it and everything, but I think I'm going to start doing something different. I want to show you how to prepare a cheesecake. So if you're a first timer, you know what you're doing. It's not that complicated. I know you can do it. Anyone can do it. But that's kind of my thing, is I want to show people how. And then we'll just use recipes that I find on the internet or whatever to show you that you just find a recipe and make a cheesecake, because that's how I want it to be. So that's what we're going to do today. First thing you're going to need is a pan. Pans I use they're called Fat Daddy-O's pans. These are 9x3 pans. You can find them on Amazon. They're the best pans I've ever used. They are the ones I would recommend. So you're going to need one of those. You're also going to need spray. I use Baker's Joy spray. You can use any kind of spray. Whatever kind of nonstick spray you have on hand will work fine. Parchment paper rounds to put into your pan. They will save you lots of sanity. And the reason I like these pans, they have removable bottoms. So unlike the springform pans, these you can just lift the cheesecake right out of the pan. Makes life so much easier. So that's what you're going to need first. You're also going to need cream cheese. Now I get mine in big blocks because I make a lot at a time. You can find them at any store. For a 9-inch cheesecake, I'm going to use 4 8-ounce blocks of cream cheese. Then you'll also need eggs and sugar. So I am going to run and grab my eggs and grab my sugar and everything else I'm going to need, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I have my recipe, I've got all of my ingredients, and I'm ready to get the pan ready for you. So I'm going to show you how we get the pan ready. So you take your cheesecake pan, and then I spray all around. Get it good and sprayed. And then I take the parchment paper round and lay that in the bottom. And then start with the crust. So for this crust, again, this is not my recipe, it's just one that I pulled up. For the crust, it is 1 3/4 cups of graham cracker crumbs, 6 tablespoons of butter, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. Now I didn't use as much butter. I only used 2 tablespoons. I don't like my crust. I feel like it gets too soggy if I use that much butter. So that's just me. You play around with it and see how you like it. And that's the same thing with all these recipes. You just have to kind of play around to get to where you want it to be. So we're going to pour the graham cracker crumbs in the pan. So then I take this thing here. It's actually a meat pounder, and I use it for my crust. And then like this. I hope you can see it. Have it all pounded down like that. So now your crust and your pan is ready to go. So for this recipe, we are making, it is called the best New York style cheesecake is what it's called. So we're going to take 5 8-ounce packs of cream cheese. Oh, and also you want all of your ingredients to be room temperature. So the cream cheese, the eggs, and the heavy whipping cream that we're going to be using should all be room temperature. If you set it out about 2.5–3 hours ahead of time, you should be fine. So the cream cheese is in here, 5 8-ounce packs of cream cheese, 1 3/4 cup of white sugar. and we're going to mix these together. Okay, you're going to mix that until it's good and creamy, and then I usually take it, you want to scrape down the sides, make sure you get it all mixed in well. Okay, once that's good and creamy, you're going to start adding the whipping cream and the vanilla. So for this recipe, it calls for a half cup of heavy cream, and 4 teaspoons of vanilla extract. I used a tablespoon because I don't like measuring out teaspoons. That's just me, I'm weird. Then we're gonna mix that on. I leave it on the lowest speed to get it mixed in. This one also calls for 3 tablespoons of flour. And now we're going to mix it real good. All right, once that's good and mixed together, it should be nice and creamy. Okay, so you're going to take, you're going to have everything mixed in here but the eggs. And you're going to mix it till it's real creamy. Now we're going to mix in the eggs. So for a New York style, it takes more eggs than a normal cheesecake. A normal cheesecake, you would use 1 egg per 8-ounce block of cream cheese. For the New York style, we used 5 blocks of cream cheese, so it's 5 eggs, but then you're also going to add 2 egg yolks to it too. And you want to keep the speed on a low speed. You don't want to mix in the eggs too fast. Okay, so once the eggs are all mixed in, your batter is ready to pour into the pan. So what I was trying to say earlier, this being a New York style cheesecake, it is very creamy and delicious. I know I sell a lot of the New York style cheesecakes. The texture is going to be more dense than a normal cheesecake. That's how you know you've got a really good New York style cheesecake. This is really good with a strawberry topping on top. Some people drizzle chocolate on top. The possibilities are endless. It's such a good cheesecake. Oh, this also takes a zest of a lemon, but I don't have lemons, so I didn't put any lemon in. But adding that to it always gives it a notch there. Is that the right word? I can't talk today. I can't talk today. Okay, so now we're going to pour it into the pan. You don't want any lumps. You want it to be all smooth and creamy. And if you've ever had a New York style cheesecake, you just know. They're just, oh, there's something about one that's just amazing. All right, so there she is, ready for the oven. And then this recipe calls for a water bath. So you're gonna wrap it with foil and then put it in the water bath and put it in the oven. I will link the recipe down below then so that you have it, so that you know how to make it. This one calls for 2 hours to bake. So yeah, so you've got the pan. Let me show you how to wrap it. Wrap it in foil. Then if you're going to use a water bath to bake it, I would recommend buying an oven bag, those plastic oven bags, and wrapping that out around the outside yet to make that no water leaks in. But if you're like me, and you don't want to use a water bath, then you're going to do it differently. If you want tips on how to do that, you can join my Instagram group. Over there, I give secret tips and tricks on how I do my cheesecakes along with recipes. Okay, so there you have it. And then do this, if you do this with your cheesecake before you bake it, it gets the bubbles to pop out. So you don't have bubbles on top. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and bake this, and then I will show you what it looks like when it comes out. Okay, so today we're back. We're going to look at the cheesecake that we baked yesterday and get it out of the pan so I can show you how to take it out of the pan. If you have one of these pans, if you have a removable bottom one. So you're gonna sit it on top of I use a measuring cup I got from Pampered Chef. You can use a jar of peas or whatever you have on hand that'll fit. I just take it and go like that. And some people ask me if the cake is frozen when I get it out or what. Nope, this just came right out of the fridge. Oh, there's my timer. This just came right out of the fridge, and I just do it that way. So here it is. I lift it up like this. Move this stuff out of the way. Hand here, flip over. Take your cake round, put it on there, and ta-da! All done. And there you have it, a New York style cheesecake. This one came out of the pan pretty rough. Normally they're not this bad, but, oh, I'll show you. I also, to make them look pretty, I take one of these tools and just go around. Like that, all the way around. And then if it does look like this kind of on the top, you can just kind of smooth it around. This one I'll probably end up putting strawberries on. But yeah, put on whatever you want or just eat it plain. And now I will show you how to slice them. I have a big knife like this. Some people don't have the big knives, but this one works the best for me. I'm going to run it under hot water, hot water. Wipe it with paper towel. And then I just rinse it off and repeat. But you have to make sure you're using hot water, because if your knife isn't hot, it's not going to slice through nice. Just like that. All right, so now we're gonna take our fancy little plate. Only fine china in this house. And there's what a slice will look like. That one looks good. And there you have it, a New York style cheesecake. Pretty simple to make. It just takes quite a few extra ingredients, but once you get those in there and made, you're good to go. I'm going to go ahead and link the recipe for this in the description. It's from, I found it on the website somewhere. I forget who it was called that it was from. It's not my recipe, so I'll make sure I link that. And I hope that you all have a great time baking a cheesecake, because this one looks delicious. All right, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. Bye!